So that's what this is all about. We can move to the next slide. And again, please feel free to take pictures if you want. But what I want you to remember is that we have to build bridges. We can't pull bridges down. We need to build bridges.
Amen. Sometimes you blood, you ideas, that can be the key to being a good future.
Exactly. I say amen to that. So very, very important. And so I love storytelling. I think it's a safe way for people to share their experiences, for other people to almost live in somebody else's experience. And you can use it as lessons learned. So again, use those to understand change. Make sure that wherever it's possible, there's a shift in the mindset so that you can understand other people and get people to understand who you are. And like we said, my brother, build bridges so that we can connect and inspire one another. Next slide, please. Remember, we talked about the ripple effect. Your voice is a ripple, your body language is a ripple, your smile is a ripple, your anger is a ripple. Choose which one do you want. And then just a few things here. I told you that I love telling stories. I remember I was mentoring a young girl, an African girl. She was making handmade bags, and she wanted to propel her business to a wider audience. She tried so hard but couldn't get her way through. And I came to her, I won't say age, she came to me and said, what could she do? And I realized that sometimes there's this level of bias that's there. You go to an angel investor and they're like, I don't think much can come out of her. But what I did was that I linked her up with the right people who mentored her and coached her extensively in that expertise, that area. And she ended up getting some finances to scale her business. The other one is I went to China and I took part in a conversation also around governance, the way the Asians do their work, and it's different. I'll tell you this, in the morning when the Asians wake up and they're going to work, they don't go to work and then they're making coffee. First thing they do, you'll see them outside. They're chanting, they're marching, and they're saying their affirmations for the day. That's how they start their day. So these are cultural things that you see, and sometimes you're like, this is a bit too much, or is it working? So we try to figure out. The other one is, I have an NGO, a non-for-profit organization in Nigeria, where I've donated about 7,000 books plus. We've helped people to set up businesses, help young girls to set up businesses as well. That's a real story. That's my own ripple impact. And then I had a TV program for children. It reached 30 million viewers. And also I went to Nigeria to also help set up libraries in internally displaced persons camps. And one thing I remember vividly was I didn't know, when I went to the United Nations to give a talk about what was happening in Nigeria, I didn't know that there were 6 girls there. I don't know if you know about the insurgency, 6 girls who were abducted. So when I finished my talk and all that, one came to me and I saw 5 others standing and they said, Auntie, we really love what you talked about. I said, oh, thank you very much. They said, do you know that we were part of the girls that were abducted but were freed? Can you imagine? But we're freed, and then the American government and some NGOs helped take us out from Nigeria, and we're now in America. This was in New York. And I said to them, wow. I said, so what are your dreams and aspirations? One said, I'm studying to be a doctor. One said, I'm studying to be a lawyer. One said, I think a professor or something. And I was like, wow. And the other thing that struck me is this young girl said, Auntie, do you know what we want to do? When we finish this, we're going back home to Nigeria to help our other family members and sisters. That just blew me. So when I talk about ripple effect, you never know where your ripple is rippling out into. So that's very important. Okay, let's move to the next slide for time, because I know we want to party. And so that gave birth, okay, thank you, that gave birth to the EQ and CQ activation card sets. So I designed these card sets there and I have them there here. Now I was just wondering if you don't mind, to hold it first, let's just show, and then we can give it to like a couple of tables and then for them to, So what it is I've got these cards that I designed based on the 4 pillars that I told you about. And so you can choose them, just pick a card, and then I'd like you to come to the front and tell me, there are prompts on the card, and tell me what that means to you, how that, yeah, okay, if you've got one, please come forward and read. Please don't be shy.